All right, fellas. So the time has come to go ahead and do a 200% level 10 links showcase on our boy LR Fizz Super Janemba. This is a rainbow level 10 link showcase, right? So this guy should be batshit insane crazy, right? So what I would like to do, well, what I usually do for these level 10 link showcases is I like to go through some common situations for this guy. This first fight is not a very conventional team. We're just going to run a quick Dokkan event, but I want to see how he looks with like a lot of support on rotation and such, and we'll go ahead and get him fully built up. Let's go ahead and kind of check out the card as well. So his leader skill is a little bit outdated at this point with the introduction of the 200% meta, but he does lead like some... that's a pretty solid leader skill in terms of category. So with his eventual EZA, which is, I mean, years away now. I mean, we're not even thinking about EZA. This guy's still meta relevant now. But that would obviously be very good. It'd probably go up to 170 or maybe even 180. But key 4 and 150% attack, HP, and defense to Corroded Body and Mind and movie bosses. The one L I think Janemba takes is his super attack effect. He just does nothing, right? He lowers defense and then greatly lowers defense. So it's not completely useless, but the problem with a lot of these tough bosses is they have a lot of defense, but primarily they have a lot of damage reduction and just straight up a lot of HP. So you got to be able to do a lot of like damaging, critical hits and stuff like that. Janemba is not an offensive unit. He is really, his defense I'm really hoping to highlight here in this video. Yes, we'll be able to see some good offensive numbers, but I really think defensively is where this guy excels beyond most other characters in the game. So let's go ahead and check out his passive skill, right? So we checked out his leader skill, we checked out his super attack effect. His passive skill is Evil Demon. Attack and defense 120%. Guards all attacks within the same turn as the first or second attacker in a turn. Very important to keep in mind. This guy does not build up his passive in he does not guard in slot 3. And then key 2 up to key 6. And then attack and defense 22% up to 66%, with each attack performed as the second or third attacker in the turn. So he wants to be run in slot 1, but if at all possible, you want to run him in slots 2 or 3, primarily slot 2, right? Because at that point, he'll build up his passive and guard. So then he can build up his passive, right? That is very, very important for this guy. And you'll see in the tough content, because I will go ahead and take him into some red zone stage. I don't know which one yet. But you will go ahead and see that is really where this guy, when you can get him fully built up, just fully charged, fully erect, man, this guy can really wreak some serious havoc. And he does have a high chance of nullifying Ki Blast supers. Really, really ridiculous, right? A really ridiculous ability. A lot of super battle road stages and stuff, man. It's pretty much just like a lot of Ki Blast, final flashes, Kamehamehas, Masenkos, that kind of thing from all these original, units that Dokkan had to offer. So that's a lot of those super battle road bosses. So you can see maxed out links. He has a ridiculous villain link set, dude. Big bad bosses, Metamorphosis, Fear and Faith, Legendary Power, Shocking Speed, Brutal Beatdown, and Fierce Battle. Primarily like this link, and then Metamorphosis. I mean, just these links are just really, really good, right? That one's not crazy, but it's a key link. Shocking Speed's giving him defense and key. Like, it's a good link set, right? He's going to share a lot of these links with a lot of other villains. Another L, probably the only other L for Janemba, is that he's only on 5 categories. When you've got basically 90 categories in this game, basically, right? And when you're only on 5 of them, that's an issue. It is for sure an issue. It's a relevant criticism of LR Fizz Janemba, right? When you can't run the unit, I mean, you can't really highlight him at all. The cool thing is he is on movie bosses and transformation boost, which does give him this LR STR cooler leader skill, right? So this is very, very important. Now remember also, this guy, I'm hoping, well, he will be providing support to Janemba in this fight, in this specific fight against Ginyu, right? Because he's giving transformation boost Key 2, and then attack and defense 30% when facing only one enemy. So I think toward the end of the fight, he'll be able to provide support. Early in the fight, he will not be able to. But let's go ahead and check out our boy, LR PHY Janemba. Alright, so here we are in an event, right? We are in the Ginyu, Dokkan Fest Captain Ginyu event. Let's go ahead and see what he's looking like. Turn 1, just straight up, right? So his defense at 235,000. On its own, not the craziest, but when every attack you take, you're basically taking, you know, half damage with guard active. That's very, very good. I actually don't know the exact calc on that, so forgive me. I don't know exactly what the percentage is of damage you're taking that's less than just like a traditional attack. But it's going to end up being very, very good for our boy. Let's see if we can drop down this orb. Again, this is another struggle of Janemba, is on some of these teams, he can struggle for ki a bit. He does have Fear and Faith, and then he does have Shocking Speed. But with, again, on the Cooler team, he doesn't have either of those, right? But when Janemba does get fully built up, that is going to be very good for him. I guess it doesn't matter if we're super attacking or not with Cooler. So again, I mentioned Cooler. He'll be supporting Janemba a little later on in the fight. What I think would be a really good idea is we'll go ahead and get Janemba just fully built up, and then we'll go ahead and kind of advance in the fight. But you can see Ginyu just dodges 100% of everything, right? So let's go ahead and see what PHY Janemba does right here. 3 milli. That was an even just 12 key super. Not the wildest, right? But now we're getting him built up. So he just built up 2 key and then 22% attack and defense. So if you were to double super with this guy, that would build up his passive a little bit more. Or even if you got the additional normal, right? That would build up his passive. So Cooler's probably going to look pretty ridiculous in this fight as well. It's just letting him infinitely stack and such, right? So hopefully he doesn't steal the show. We know, you know, dude, Cooler, he's kind of like next level. So he's 5 million turn 1. I mean, that just goes to show you, man, he builds up a lot. He builds up a lot. He's going to be ripping off, you know, if we get far enough in this fight, he's going to be ripping off some very, very impressive attack stats. We might go ahead and just do that. It's not going to be a double showcase, but in this first fight, we'll go ahead and see what Cooler can do as well, because we've got the opportunity to stack up here a little bit. All right, and again, I mentioned early in the video, this is not a real conventional team, I would say. And we'll go ahead and leave AGL Turles on rotation and just pray to God he does not transform, man. AGL Turles might be the single most frustrating unit ever designed, dude. Maybe not, that's probably hyperbole. But just the way that he can transform and you don't have a choice and he stops supporting is just very annoying for showcase purposes. So with support on rotation, 287, we've got him built up a bit. I'd love to see a double super attack so we can get him fully built up. And then we'll get him with like a double support rotation and kind of see what he can do. See, look how much he jumped up. So now he's fully built up. He's fully charged at this point. So I floated off Toa, who will be back on the next rotation. It's got to be another support unit. We'll check it out. Yeah, again, Cooler, the 2 dupe Cooler or the 1 dupe Cooler, whatever he is just going insane right here. So who is going to be on the next rotation with us? Is it the LRSTR Cooler? It might be. Well, what I'll do is, since he's fully built up, let's see who's on rotation with us next. It's going to be the Final Form Cooler. I'll get a double support rotation going with PHY Janemba, and hopefully we can get him a max key super attack. So I'll go ahead and move forward in the fight a bit. Alright, fellas, so we got a good rotation for our boy Janemba. So here's Janemba, right? This is him, again, fully built up, fully charged, fully erect. 412,000. He's not sharing any additional links with the Demon Goddess Toa. So I could potentially... I want to make sure he gets a full 24 key here. Let's go ahead and see kind of how the orbs fall. Yeah, oh, wait, I want to make sure I'm targeting Ginyu. So we'll go ahead and do that. And yeah, we can just go ahead and stick Janemba in slot 2 right there. So remember, he is already fully built up, so I could stick him in any slot. Slots 1 and 2 he will be guarding. You guys may have also noticed we had the Rage Mode active skill up. I will, but for the sake of brevity in the Dokkan event, we'll go ahead and save that for maybe some tougher content. But that can be activated when HP is 66% or more, starting from the 6th turn, right? So basically, it's just like free damage is the way that you can think of those rage modes. Let's go ahead and see what our boy Janemba can do, and then we can go ahead and, well, we'll still target, we'll target, well, you'll see. We'll go ahead and target Ginyu for now, and then we'll go ahead and, you know, have some fun with LR STR Cooler as well. So let's go ahead and see what Janemba does. 9.86 and then 5.7 on the additional, right? So kind of just to put it in perspective, this was 40% support from AGL Turles, and then up to 50% support from Demon Goddess. So hard to know exactly what she was giving us, right? So let's go ahead and see what Cooler can do, and then we'll go ahead and kind of end the showcase here. So Cooler is, you know, obviously pretty insane as well. So let's go ahead and see what this Cooler can do. And then we'll go ahead and do this. And again, I mentioned earlier, y'all already know at this point, STR Cooler, the TUR 12.6, is getting his EZA in part 3 of this celebration, man. Very, very exciting news. Kind of crazy, man, the way you think about how dominant STR Cooler was and how ahead of his time he was. I'm really curious to see what they do with his EZA. So we've seen Janemba fully built up. Let's go ahead and see Janemba in some tough content. All right, so it appears as though I was going to just go ahead and skip ahead, but it appears as though we're getting a little bit of extra support from Toa this turn because he is up at 516,000 defense, 9.35 here, dude. So you guys can see, man, Janemba, he can do damage when he's fully built up in the right situation. Next to a good support unit, you know, we got Janemba's support there as well. So he can look very good offensively, again, as I mentioned, when he is fully built up. And we'll go ahead and have a little bit more fun from STR Cooler because I just absolutely adore this unit. He is just so crazy good. So let me know what you think so far of what LR Janemba has to offer. I think this was a unit relatively controversial. He's over a year old at this point, and he is still incredibly relevant. A very modest 15 million attack stat from our boy Cooler. This is why STR Cooler's EZA is going to be so important, man, because if LR STR Cooler can do that, you can't lose. You cannot lose at that point. So I guess, fuck it, we're doing this whole Dokkan event at this point, huh? Let's go ahead and get the Rage mode. God dang it. So there is Janemba, right? So we'll go ahead and take a look at him in some really tough content coming up next. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Fizz Janemba in some actually difficult content, right? Things that are not a Dokkan event. This should be a pretty good opportunity for him to build up. I actually would want to put him in slot 2 anyway. Just look at all those, just that slew of attacks he's getting in slot 2. You definitely want a unit like Fizz Janemba in slot 2 right there. So remember, Baby Janemba is going to link up pretty well with him, sharing 3 of 7. So he's getting 6 of 7 total. I mean, that's pretty good, right? If we link him up with STR Cooler and Baby Janemba, I think that would probably activate all 7. Baby Janemba is a very good slot 1 unit. Maybe remember the chance to dodge with him and such. This will get him his 18 key, and again, this will build up his passive, man. This is huge. This is absolutely just a very, very beneficial first turn. We are up against Metal Cooler, right? So Metal Cooler, man, this fight is no joke. And this, like, Cyclopean Guard, please dodge, dude. Okay. Thank God, that was scary. So again, when he's not built up, he's not going to do damage. 4 million, we know at this point in the game's life cycle is, I know it's crazy, but 4 million's really not much at all. So thank God we got that dodge. Now, one thing I would like to get in this video for sure, we got to get the Ki Blast nullification in this video. The Ki Blast nullification can single-handedly win you the Broly fight, right? The last 2 phases of Broly can absolutely just win you the fight. Now, the thing about it is, unfortunately for us, let's go ahead and watch this. Figured we could get the tail end of that there. So let's go ahead and what was I saying? I was talking about, oh yeah, I can single-handedly win you the Broly fight. Now, unfortunately for your boy, I've used all my Broly attempts for the day, unfortunately. It just is what it is. I'm not real happy about it. I hate, absolutely just despise the 3 attempts per day. That is one thing in this community that I have noticed is just completely unanimous, is the hatred for the 3 attempts per day in the Ultimate Red Zone, man. Because you can just get excuse me, you can get completely screwed in these fights, dude. We got a double cooler rotation, the 2 leaders in the same rotation. That can equal absolute devastation. Now, luckily for us, this Cyclopean Guard can be debuffed, and we have type advantage over him with the 2 leaders. Like, this isn't going to do a whole lot, but, you know, a couple 100,000 probably. I mean, he hits pretty hard. Oh, wow. He didn't. Oh, wow. Okay. Never mind. Cooler's a god. Right? I forgot. He's a god. Just completely forgot about that. Yeah, he took no damage there. That's pretty ridiculous. Again, you know, that guy getting debuffed and Cooler just getting gobs of defense every super attack is ridiculous. And we did get Janemba's support type ability right there. Yeah, that Cooler's going to go crazy too. Looks like the Cyclopean Guard is just handled very, very easily. So we're already moving on to the final phase. Kind of why I chose this fight. It is one of the quicker fights, but it is still very, very tough. So we're going to need some good dodges here from Baby Janemba. And yeah, and I guess I could, you want to know what I think I'll do? I think the smart decision here is we do this, right? I mean, doesn't that just make sense to y'all? I mean, I feel like it makes sense to me. This is a very strong defensive rotation. With type advantage, I like Tech Golden Frieza. Now, Tech Golden Frieza, I'm not going to worry about getting the super attack with. He's going to do virtually no damage to Cooler, even with type advantage. He just won't. So we'll go ahead and do this. And I guess this right here. All right, so let's go ahead and see what our boy Janemba can do. Yeah, I mean, see, I could have put Janemba in slot 1 there. I forgot this is the SSR of Cooler. I could have put Janemba in slot 1 there. Well, now, if we can get an additional attack with Janemba, even if it's not a super attack, we can get him fully built up. Maybe I can consider running him in slot 1. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm telling you. So especially having a double STR opponent, like, I know that people talk about defense, 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 and I get it. See, we took 35k there. Oh, my land. You have to dodge this, dude. You have to dodge it. Oh, my God, dodge it. Yes. Woo, baby. That's a close one right there. Okay. I hate to do it, but I think I have to float off STR Cooler. I mean, STR Cooler, just having type disadvantage here. Now remember, he's getting no links there, so yeah, that looks a little bit better. Him having type disadvantage, man, it's way, way, way too scary. I have to put Janemba in slot 1 there. That was pretty crazy to see LR Fizz Janemba taking all that damage. That is kind of hard to believe, to be honest with you. But now he's fully built up, and he should... Well, actually, he's not. He needs to do one more attack. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how this goes. He's still taking 65. Are we dead already? Oh, my God. We're dead. We're almost dead. We're about to be dead. After a super attack, if that tech cooler can get 2 supers, then I think we'll survive. Otherwise, I think we're toast. How is he still taking that? Oh my god, we're dead. Alright, well, PHY Janemba looked okay in that run. But I don't think he looked good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and give that one more chance. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we got riggedy wrecked in that opening run. So let's go ahead and see if we can improve upon that a little bit. We'll go ahead and rock this just as a rotation. Not the craziest rotation in the world, right? But again, having a lot of Big Bad Bosses units on this team, you know, I feel like even as just a floating, like we've got a couple of floaters that are Big Bad Bosses units, I feel like we'll be okay. Like, again, this tech cooler is at least competent defensively. He's not insane, but in most situations, he can at least tank for double digits. So having him as a floating option, he gives himself 2 key, he builds up, he raises attack and defense on super. Like, it's not the worst thing having him on the team. So Janemba, again, he's going to build up here a little bit. See, that's not real impressive. You know, 2.86. He has to get built up, dude. It's so important. I was saying kind of before I got interrupted, is that it's so important for units to have defense. It really, really is. But you got to be able to do damage. Look at us doing no damage to the Cyclopean Guard, right? But if we get a crit, maybe, there's the triple super. I mean, we'll take that from Tech Cooler for sure. And like if those were crits, I mean, that's a different story. But look at us, man. I mean, we're looking okay because we've got some dominant ass units, but you know, this could be potentially scary, right? We could potentially take some damage. You know, luckily the Cyclopean Guard, he can be debuffed, right? So that is good, but like, dog, you got to be able to do damage, right? So if Cooler doesn't get a bunch of crits here, I mean, we could be in trouble. We got to go one more round with the Cyclopean Guard, who can end your life at any possible moment. We get the 3 dodge there, we'll take it. You know, we'll take what we can get. 3.84. Now, I wouldn't anticipate going beyond this turn. We do have type advantage, but still, and my Cooler has beyond full crit. There we go. You know, one nice thing that no one talks about with Cooler is he does lower attack on super. Very, very important for him. Speaking of important, this is going to be a very, very important turn for our boy STR Cooler, right? I may just have to pop an item. If I want to beat this stage, I might just have to pop an item. 298 from our boy Janemba, right? How many links do we have active? Once he fires off a super, that'll be 5 links he'll have active. That's pretty good, I would say. Boy, oh boy, do I just pop an item and just say fuck it? Because I feel like I have to. We want to win. I feel like I have to pop an item here. I have to. So then that way, Janemba will be good. Coolers, I'm still worried about on the end there, right? It's a 69% cooler. We'll have Big Bad Bosses activated at some point, I'm sure. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. I'm gonna pop the item. I don't think the double item is necessary. You know, famous last words, but I don't think it'll be necessary. Unless this Cooler... So, a couple of things. If we get supered, I still think Cooler's dead. That's good. That's very good. And if this Cooler, if he can't get some additional super attacks, then we're in trouble, for sure, even with the damage reduction. Look at how little damage. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to be able to do some damage. Like, 3 million, it's good. I mean, it's good for Janemba because he's so strong defensively, so you'll take it. But not even doing a health bar's worth of damage is not good enough anymore. You got to be able to do a little bit more than that. Luckily, now he's finally fully charged. Right? He's fully built up now at this point. Super. Yes. Nullify it, Janemba. Come on, baby. Do it. Do it for daddy. Okay. Good. We got that animation in the video at least, right? So now Janemba, he's looked pretty good already. He's got the double super. He got the nullification. That just saved us about a zillion damage. So, again, I will take what I can get here. I don't even know. Do I even need to go into a Super Battle Road stage at this point? I don't think it really gets much tougher than this, man. I mean, this guy dominates Omega. He dominates Red Zone Broly. I feel like we all know this at this point. We've seen enough of this Cooler squad, right? So, yeah, boy, oh boy. What are we rocking here? 281 is not horrible. I mean, it is, but it's not, right? And we'll save all those Fizz boys for our boy Fizz Janemba. We should be able to make it to the next turn here. We'll do that. Yeah, and then we'll save those Fizz orbs for our boy Fizz Janemba. At the very least, we'll get him the 18 key. Yeah, I think we're looking okay here. Again, we did have to pop the item, but it's not as though it's early in the fight or anything. We got through the full first phase of the Cyclopean Guard. Give me one super, my boy. You got to give me super attacks. He's going to super cooler, isn't he? He's going to. Of course he's going to. Why wouldn't he? You know what I mean? It's just the way it goes, right? They want to end you when you're trying to showcase these units, for sure. All right, thank you. You have to get... If you dare run this cooler team, he's got to get some additional super attacks, or you're just dead. You're just absolutely dead. 55% coolers might not do it in this particular stage. You might have to run Carnival Goku in this stage, for sure. All right. Thank you for the crit, and again, with the damage reduction, I think we live. We still took a lot, though. Jeez, oh Pete's. And we're not going to be able to get the Janemba active skill either. I mean, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. I think we're going to just bear... Oh, look at that. We actually can get it. I'm not going to play the audio and everything. I feel like we already did that. I'm still going to save those Fizz orbs, though, for the traditional super attacks from Janemba. We got to get some crits here, though. We really need some crits, man. Desperately. All right. See, I want to save those too badly, and now I'm not going to be able to. We'll do that. And I want to get that 18 key with him. I feel like we have to start doing some damage to this guy, and we got to get crits, man. We got to get crits. These rage modes are nice, and they're just free damage. But look at it, dude. We haven't even taken down one health bar from this AGL Metal Cooler. That's scary. That's scary stuff, dude. When you start talking about, you know, we got one item left. I mean, and Cooler is getting just fully built up. He's going to be very, very strong. Both of the Coolers should be fully built up. If they're not already, they should be soon. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take this. And again, I saved all those orbs. Now we can get the big 18 key super from Janemba. And I can rock him in slot 1. I can rock him with whoever I want. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. I feel like... Well, what do I do here? Yeah, we'll do this, I guess. What do I do here? I feel like I have to. 333, by the way, on the defensive stat. Not horrible. Again, not with the guard active, that's certainly pretty good. And then we'll do this, I guess. And we'll get everyone a super attack. Yeah, okay, I should. My intuition was telling me to put Janemba in slot 1, but it doesn't matter. We've still got the Whis up, so this guy took no damage at all. Very good. There you go. 6 million, no big bad bosses. That's pretty good. You like it with the defensive utility this guy brings to the table for sure. There's some damage. Okay. Cooler, he's going to have to do some stuff. We're going to have to get some active skills. There he is, man. Tanking for 5-digit damage with no big bad bosses. Rest assured, if LRSDR Cooler was on rotation with us, or Tech Janemba, or what have you, anyone with big bad bosses, he would have been tanking just fine there. We have to get this for sure. Now, if I were truly playing for the dub here, I would try to finagle the rotations a little bit more, and I might like try to stick this Cooler in a different slot to try to get the crit and such, because we're gonna do virtually no damage, you know, against type disadvantage for sure, unless we get a big crit. Now, I assume this guy has a lot of crit into his Cooler, but he's only got one dupe, right? So, crit? Nah, no crit. We do get obviously the attack break there, the nullification. Do I have to pop my other item too? I'm probably going to have to. Yeah, 281 again, and then 300 from Cooler is good when you're greatly raising defense on super. What are we going to do here? We can get the support from Janemba. I think I will do this. I think that would be smart. And I feel like, again, if we want to win here, this is what we got to do. You got to pop the Whis here. Because if we get supered on the end, we're just fucked. You know. And then hopefully we can stall it long enough to get the Dokkan attack. And at least, you know, chisel down Cooler a little bit more. AGL Metal Cooler. Chisel him down a little bit more. Because we've only got 3 health bars off of his health. That's kind of scary for sure. And he's about to heal up again. Yeah, this Metal Cooler fight, man, if you're not running the most just busted-ass units in the game, you know, offensively, he sticks around for a long time. 8.24 from Cooler. That's all well and good, man, but we need crits. I'm telling you, man, people talk about defense. You got to be able to do damage to these red zone bosses, man. You have to. Yeah, it's cute to, you know, give your Janemba full dodge and stuff like that. It really is. You know, give all these units full dodge. Give Majin Vegeta full dodge. You know, some of these things that some of the YouTubers do. But, dude, you got to be able to do damage. You just have to. So, that's where I stand on that issue. So... yeah, 3 health bars down. 3. Don't super. Alright, we're good. I should have probably brought Fizz Cooler here. That probably would have been very, very good. He could have done some good damage on his active skill. This is the play right here. This is easily the play. And we'll go ahead and pop this. Well, we'll put him in the middle slot. We want to activate the most links. 6 of 7 for this Cooler. Pretty good. Yeah, this is going to be the last segment of this video. This video is already pretty long. What are we, over 20 minutes at this point? Dude, this Metal Cooler just won't go down. He is not going down. Crit. Give me a crit, dude. No. Again, there is a way. I mean, if you just reset the app, you can stick this Cooler in different slots to see if he'll crit, because that's what it's based off of, right? And then, of course, their hidden potential system, but I ain't got time for all that. We'll do that, and then Janemba, I like him sitting there in that second slot, because if Cooler supers, then, you know, he can potentially nullify it. And 406,000, that's very good. That's pretty strong, dude. And then we'll get all of these orbs for STR Cooler, and hopefully STR Cooler can just go fucking crazy right here. Yeah, get the attack break right there. You know, I wish he were healing first and we could have nullified his action. Because, dude, that's what's killing us. Yeah, he's back up again, man. God, that's so frustrating. What a frustrating fight, man. You can't make any headway on this guy. You really can't. I think I beat this with the Carnival Goku team. I think I did. It could have been the Movie Heroes team where I beat this originally. Where I had Carnival Goku and then the LR Gods and stuff. They do lots and lots of damage, so... if this Cooler was any other typing, this AGL Metal Cooler, obviously our Cooler would be much better suited, but why are we getting so unlucky with no crits, dude? This is bad. I don't think there's any way we can really win. I don't think we're going to be... we can get the Dokkan attack, and if we can get a big crit on the Dokkan attack, that's good, but I'm not holding my breath, man. Why is my Cooler that has like 25 crit not getting crits? I just don't get it. Very frustrating, dude. Very, very frustrating. And again, we don't get it. We're just donezo. I can't, there's nothing I can really do here, man. I'm going to stick Baby Janemba in slot 1 and just pray that he can dodge. That's all I can do. We'll do that, and we'll do this. That'll get him his support type ability. Boy, I think we're okay on this. Well, Baby Janemba's getting the, oh, great. That was great. And he didn't dodge. Wow. Okay, so we're down to 35k health. That's what you like to see. This is just how these red zone runs can go, man. I think overall Janemba has been pretty impressive. You know, he got the nullification. He's getting some pretty good attack stats. He's looking very good defensively. This Cooler is so strong, dude. This AGL Metal Cooler. He's gonna heal up again. Give me a crit, dude. I doubt it, but we actually did, but he just healed it back. Yeah, I didn't choose enough damaging units in this event. I just didn't. This is a team building error. But at the very least, we got to see Janemba kind of go a little bit crazy here. Then again, you know, the Rage Mode didn't really do much either. You know, you can only get the Rage Mode one time. I think actually that would be a lot better. I think we're done for sure, right? Unless we dodge. Nope. All right, so we're dead. All right, so we didn't get the dub on Cooler. Again, probably just using the Movie Heroes team with the LR Gods is the way to go on that. But let me know what you think of LR Janemba. I thought he performed pretty well. Probably just some other team building errors that held me back from the dub there. But let me know what you think of Janemba in the comments below. Slap a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you are new. Love you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.